Baltazar Ushka is one of Ecuador's last ice merchants. Now 74, he cuts out ice blocks by hand from the Chimborazo glacier to sell at the local market. But modern refrigeration technology and climate change pose a threat to his profession. Nevertheless, Baltazar is determined to pass this time-honored tradition on to the younger generation.
Twice a week, Baltazar sets out to scale the highest mountain in Ecuador, Chimborazo. It's rush hour of sorts in the village of Pulingui at the foot of the dormant volcano in the Andes. Baltazar has been practicing the profession since he was 15. Back then, he had to rent the donkeys he used for each trek. But a few years ago, he received 3 as a gift from a local TV station.
Each of my friends here has a name, so I don't forget them. Yuli, Widinson, and Luis Guaman.
Baltazar doesn't wear socks. He stuffs his boots with grass he finds along the way.
I always hope nothing happens to us, so we can hike in peace. We pray to the mountain, to our father Chimborazo, that we will arrive safely at the ice mines.
To the people here, Chimborazo is more than just a 6,300-meter high volcano. Many revere it as a spiritual force. It's a difficult journey. The higher he goes, the thinner the air. And as climate change melts away the glacier, Baltazar has to climb higher to find the precious ice. Eventually, as the donkeys tire, Baltazar has to make the final stretch on foot. He still uses the same technique that previous ice merchants, or hilleros, did 200 years ago. In his youth, they would climb up here in large groups and sell their ice across the country. Now, Baltazar is the only hillero left. Refrigerators might have made his job largely redundant, but to Baltazar, they could never match genuine glacial ice.
They use this ice for things like cooling fish, or making fruit juices and popsicles. It's special, one of a kind.
On each trip up the mountain, Baltazar extracts 6 blocks of pure glacial ice. Each block weighs around 40 kilograms. He uses grass to pack them up and keep them insulated. The return journey down the mountain, this time on foot, takes another 4 hours. But he's not done yet. After arriving at the village, Baltazar continues on to the provincial capital Riobamba where he'll sell the ice at the market. Baltazar earns $5 for each block he sells. He uses part of his earnings to pay for the car he has to rent to get to the market. Chimborazo province is well known for its rich cultural traditions and is home to many indigenous Quechua people. But unemployment is high and poverty widespread. A growing number of farmers are leaving their rural homes for the cities in order to support their families. Customers greatly appreciate juices made with glacial ice. It's said to even have healing properties. To top up his meager income, Baltazar also works at a museum once a week in the city of Guano. He's become something of a celebrity across Ecuador. Former President Rafael Correa once honored him and called his profession part of the national cultural heritage.
My name is Baltazar Ushka Tenesaka. I'm the Yelero from Chimborazo. This guy is big and handsome. He'll never die. When I die, you still have him.
His daughter Carmen helps out at the museum.
I hope he won't be the last Yelero. I hope someday his sons and grandsons will follow in his footsteps. It doesn't pay well, so young people don't like doing the work, but I desperately want this tradition to stay alive.
When Baltazar isn't scaling Chimborazo, there's still plenty to do at home, too. He lives with his children and grandchildren, herding animals and farming potatoes. His wife passed away 5 years ago.
Two of my brothers died from drinking too much. My father too. He died from too much alcohol. My dad was an albino and as white as Chimborazo. He grew up as a Yelero. Now that honor has passed on to us.
Baltazar never rests, but a while back he had his first accident on the mountain. A block of ice fell on his foot. After that, he had to sit still at home for months.
When I was at home, I felt really sad and tired. But now it's much better, and I'm dancing again.
Since Baltazar's accident, his son-in-law Juan has been accompanying him regularly.
Is this grass okay for packing?
Sure.
Not sure how to do it.
This is how. Let me show you.
Which donkey will we use?
The one over there.
Okay. I got 7 packs of straw.
That should do. You have to pull the rope tighter. Otherwise it will fall off.
Yesterday you broke a tool.
I wanted to fix it, but I made it worse.
When they're out on their own, the two speak the indigenous Andean language Quechua.
Do you need the metal bar?
No, I need to work with the pickaxe first.
Baltazar is losing his hearing, so Juan often needs to shout. Juan is married to Baltazar's daughter, Carmen. He wants to learn the centuries-old tradition directly from the master himself. Juan is also a farmer. Other work options in the area are few and far between.
I've learned a lot from him. How to chip out the ice, cut the ice into cubes, pack them up, and then you load it onto the donkey and transport it down to Riobamba.
Whoa, a damn donkey. I forgot their blinders. The boulders are dangerous. They could fall.
I promise I'll be careful.
And what if they really do fall?
I know it doesn't pay well, but we can't give up hope. We have to preserve our ancestors' traditions for the generations to come.
Baltazar Ushka, for his part, will keep bringing ice from the glacier down to the valley, as long as his feet will carry him.